Good morning. It is the Monday morning cup of coffee. Happy Labor Day. Let's have a Labor Day sip, shall we? Freshly poured, rather hot cup of coffee, that one is. I'm at this time of year. I always miss the Jerry Lewis telethon. You youngsters won't know what I'm talking about, but for like 20 solid hours, Jerry Lewis stayed up around the clock along with Ed McMahon and all sorts of seedy Vegas entertainers. You know, Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet, and uh, he'd get the big ringers like Sammy Davis Jr. in there occasionally. He reunited Dean Martin and himself. Frank Sinatra did that. All these seedy Vegas stars were on the telethon over the course of 20 hours, and it was all to support an organization called Jerry's Kids, which helped fight muscular dystrophy. And I just want to know if anybody's ever heard of a case of muscular dystrophy in our lives. Is it real? I mean, I know there's degenerative muscular diseases and they must be supported. The scientists working on them must be supported. I get that. But muscular dystrophy, I've never heard that diagnosed in somebody on a doctor show on television. And, that's the gospel. That's where you go to for all your medical knowledge, isn't it? Anyway, happy Labor Day. Here's another one, another good one gone. Tom Mason. God bless you. God love you. Lovely man. Lovely, lovely man. Great musician and songwriter. And he was an actor. And he's the only guy I've ever known who traveled the world dressing in a pirate's costume, playing pirate festivals. There are indeed enough pirate festivals across the globe in order to make a living. You can play that many and make a living, and he was doing that. Every night was our matey somewhere in the world. Stockholm, Rio de Janeiro, New York City, and talk. I saw him one time for 3 times. He played 3 gigs in one day in Nashville for Talk Like a Pirate Day. He was moving and shaking. He was always a ray of sunshine. I never saw him pissed off once. I got to interview him for the East Nashvilleian magazine once, and I first jammed with him at Jack's Guitar Bar in January of 1986. And the same jam session or billing, shall we say, that Patty Griffin was there that night. Nobody knew who she was yet. Me, Tim Carroll, John Seeger, and Tom Mason. And it was just, he's a great guy. I loved him from day one, and we'll miss him terribly. Tom Mason, gone too soon. On to happier climes here. The recording is going very well. It's still going on. What's happening now is Roscoe, Eric Amble, most people call him Roscoe. I'm his friend, so I'm like Roscoe or hey Sco. We're like this. We're homies. God, how did I get so hip? Anyway, what's happening now is we did the 5 days of tracking in the studio, and now he's sending rough mixes with guitar parts that he's added and vocal parts that he's added. And here at home, Nathan, my son, in case you live under a rock and you didn't know, Nathan has become quite the recording engineer here in the house. He's getting really good sound, so I'm going to be overdubbing some things here and sending them to him. And we'll make the record that way, and I will probably fly to Brooklyn for the mixing of it. And it's sounding terrific. I'm very, very excited about how it's going. It's I can't put my finger on it, but this record kind of feels like New York. It doesn't feel like a record made in Nashville. And I don't know why. I don't know why that is, but it's just kind of got that feeling to me. A lot of stand-up bass, too, and I've never had a lot of that. Never had a lot of piano playing since John Dedrick last produced me, and that was 12, 13 years ago. So it's going to be a good record. I feel good. I hope people like it as much as they like the last one. The fundraiser's still going on. I have enough money to finish the record and master it, and that's about it. I don't have enough for cover art or manufacturing. And thanks to the over 220 people who've contributed to the crowdfunding so far, God bless you. I can't thank you enough. The GoFundMe link is in the first comment on this video, and that's all I'm going to say about it. September dates. Saturday, September 7th, this coming Saturday in Chickamauga, Georgia. I'll be at the Stories and Songs on 104 Lee Avenue at 2 p.m. Saturday, September 14th, I'll be in Evansville, Indiana at Your Brother's Bookstore, 504 Main Street, 7 p.m. Saturday, September 18th in Nashville. No, that's wrong. I'm reading this. Wednesday, September 18th. At the beginning of Americana Week, I am with Afton Wolf. We're sharing a band playing the Magnolia Fest Wednesday, September 18th at 3:30 p.m. It's going to be a long festival sort of thing, all night long to ring in Americana Week. And Friday, September 20th, mark this on your calendars, my first ever spoken word show with special guest Christy Rose reading some parts in a radio play I have. And I've never done a spoken word show in my life. I've certainly spoken a lot at shows. That I can't disagree with that, but never a show that was just me running at the mouth, giving readings, reciting poetry, reciting some things off the top of my head, and like I said, the radio play that will come to play in all this. That's at the Spring Water in Nashville, 115 27th Avenue North, Friday, September 20th at 6 p.m. Saturday, September 21st, I'll be in Horse Cave, Kentucky for the annual Horse Cave Heritage Festival, which I play every time because it's my wife's hometown and because it's sort of over 35 years became my hometown too. 40 years now. Beth and I started dating 40 years ago this month. Started dating again. We had dated about a year and a half before that, but then we started dating again for real September of 1984. 40 freaking years, man. And here I am doing a spoken word show at the Springwater, 6 p.m. Friday, September 20th. September 21st, the Horse Cave Festival, 1 p.m. in downtown Horse Cave. And Sunday, September 22nd, to round up the Americana weekend in Madison, Tennessee, I will be with Anana Kay, Brian Wright, and Irakli Gabriel doing a triple threat set of rock and roll and pensive musing ballads and story songs and whatever trouble we can get into. And that's at 4 p.m. at Dee's at 102 East Palestine Avenue in Madison, Tennessee. Anana Kay, Brian Wright, and Irakli Gabriel, and me, and a band. And we're going to have a gosh darn good time. Pardon my language. Just saying. God bless you, Tom. God bless all of you. Life, limited time offer. Don't be afraid to tell somebody you love them today. Eat lead and crap thunder. Where the fuck did that come from? Don't let the bastards get you down. God bless you. I'll see you next Monday.